What's up, guys? Trying out this new Facebook Live thing for our personal coaching group, or not coaching group, but Jowers Training Facebook group. So I guess I got about 10 minutes, so I was just going to talk about kind of the overview of nutrition, as well as overview of what we will be covering in depth and kind of really explaining during our nutrition seminar at the end of the month, which is April 30th. It's going to be a 90-minute nutrition seminar where I really dig deep into just about everything you need to know to see long and lasting results, as well as really figure out nutrition once and for all and answer those questions. Also going on that, it's 90 minutes, plus you'll get 2 follow-up basically live calls like what I'm doing right now, where you'll be able to ask questions. I'll help be able to figure out kind of solutions for you, going over any issues that you have. So we'll have the initial nutrition seminar on the 30th. The follow-up will be 1 week from then, probably on either Thursday or Friday, and then the next one will be 1 week from then. So you'll have a good amount of time to figure out issues that you might have, ask any questions, stuff like that. Plus, in the nutrition seminar, if you sign up for it, which I don't know if I mentioned already, it's $10. You're going to get the screens, basically the screens that I'm going to be putting up, as well as I'm going to be filming it. So if you're unable to actually attend live, you'll be able to attend live in a situation like this, where I'm live streaming it to you. I'm also going to be recording it. So in some way, form, or fashion, you're going to be able to get access to it if you sign up. Plus, you're going to get the 2 follow-up sessions. So let me just start with the basics of nutrition. If you watched my video last week on the hierarchy, the hierarchy pyramid of nutrition, it goes by, first we look at energy balance and calorie requirements. The then second stage above that is going to be macronutrients. On top of that is going to be micronutrients, food timing, and then supplements. So I'm going to start first with energy balance, and this is a common question. Something I use just to find out kind of the basics. I have 3 different calorie requirements based on my energy levels for the day. So I have a non or light training day, I have a medium or moderate training day, and then I have a high training day. This way it allows me to get the proper nutrients that I need. So what this means is that we're looking at calorie balances between 1.2 all the way up to 1.9 times your body weight. Okay, so if I'm 200 pounds and I am not training that day, I'm going to be towards the lower end, depending on a couple other requirements, which include height, weight, activity level throughout the day, as well as age. So this is what I'm going to really dig into, kind of explain the requirements, how to figure it out, and quick and easy solutions for you. But you're going to be between 1.2 to 1.9 times your body weight daily to find your calorie requirements. From there, we're going to be looking at our macronutrients in a way that's going to allow us to see transformation changes while maintaining muscle tone, keeping a constant protein intake to make sure that we're constantly keeping our nutrients high. We're then going to fill in our carb requirements based on what is needed to replenish from workouts, as well as keep our glycogen levels high. So this is kind of like some more in-depth stuff for you guys. But this will basically be covered more in depth. Now, we're finding our macronutrients based on what we need protein intake wise between a set point and another set point, again based on your total activity levels, your muscle and body fat percentages, and what you need to maintain that, as well as increase or improve upon that. We then figure out our carbs intake based on filling in the requirements based on total exercise intensity, so the non or low days, the moderate or high days. From there, we then go into the micronutrients, which is not as important. That's basically worrying about things like cholesterol, sodium intake, that sort of stuff, which is usually left out in general because it's not as important, really, but it is a hierarchy principle. Also, if you're watching this, you can ask questions in the comments below, and I can answer them as I kind of drive and talk and do whatever I'm doing right now. Following that, though, we do have our food intake, and this does actually play a big role. So I almost want to kind of switch my micros with my food intake timing, because food intake timing actually does have a very, very important role in overall digestion, processing, and utilization of carbs, proteins, and fats, as well as timing around when you're putting things together and how you're doing it. So it actually is it's more beneficial to take a good amount of your carbs prior to and also during or post workout within about an hour window than it is to take it first thing in the morning or last thing at night, or spread them out sporadically throughout the day. However, based on how you're currently eating, I do have a system where we put it into implementation where it's something easy and sustainable right off the bat, and then we start alternating a little bit to make it more beneficial for the results that you're looking for, but still allowing you to do it without any real issues. Following that, we do have supplements, and obviously that's kind of one of those hot topics, but obviously supplements are last in the hierarchy and last in the pyramid of overall what's important and what you need to be focusing on to see success. Because if you're eating like shit but taking green tea supplements or, you know, fat burners or anything like that, you're basically just throwing money down the toilet, because they're not going to do anything, because the priority is actually figuring out your nutrition. And supplements is exactly, the word supplement means to supplement or add on to in something that's already working for you. If you're not currently figuring out where you need calorie balance wise compared to energy balance, eating good clean food, stuff like that, the supplements you're taking are going to be completely useless. However, there are a couple that I do recommend just in general, and they're not actually like a fat loss per se, but they do help with all goals, and that's going to be just a multivitamin. I like fish oil because it gives you a little bit of extra healthy fats into your diet, and also fish oil in general is just good for your skin, hair, bones, eyes, all kinds of stuff like that. And then a protein. So I actually recommend two different types of protein now after doing some more research and studying. One is a whey protein and one is a casein protein, or a casein whey protein mix. The whey protein is really good because it's more of a fast absorption protein, so you get it right away and it's easier for your body to break down. So it's something very good for like post-workout, pre-workout, stuff like that. While a casein protein is going to be more beneficial when you're taking it in states where you're not going to be able to fuel yourself within a couple hours. So food timing again, but doing things like eating casein protein before bed will obviously be more beneficial than a whey, because it's going to take longer to digest and it's going to be fueling you while you're actually sleeping. So like I mentioned towards the beginning of this, I'm going to be covering all this stuff in really, really deep detail, going over exactly what you need to do to figure out your energy balances, your calorie requirements, macronutrients based on your goals, as well as your training styles and types, figuring out, you know, like your food timing, as well as the way you're prepping and portioning out your food to your meals, figuring out your micronutrients, that kind of stuff, the basic requirements that you do have for your body, as well as going over supplements. And this is all going to be covered in our nutrition seminar at the end of the month, April 30th. Again, it's going to be 90 minutes. I can't really talk super in deep because each question is going to be, each question right now, I don't have a lot of time, but each question right now is, it has things that you need to actually understand before giving requirements, and that's what we're going to be covering during our seminar. Also, yeah, we're just going to be talking about nutrition, going over how to make it work for you, your goals, your training, all that kind of stuff, figuring out your training styles and how to fit everything in to make it work for you and see the best results. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and feel free to ask them in the comments below. I got probably 2 more minutes on this. Otherwise, this is also just kind of covering ideas, as well as seeing if this works, because this is some new format that Facebook has allowed us to do, which will allow me to give you guys more content more often, as well as answer questions whenever and wherever. So, looks like there's a couple of you guys on. If you guys have questions about nutrition at all, go ahead and ask them. Just post them in a comment below. They should pop up for me, and I can answer them for you. But yeah, so nutrition, like I said, it's an easy concept, but it's hard. It's hard because it takes work, but after the work is done initially, I like to think about this kind of stuff as like, it's like math, right? When we were in school, the first starting point of math really sucked. Like, it was just boring and grueling, but once you understood it, it was kind of fun. It made it a little bit more interesting, and then as you learned more and more and more, it got more and more interesting. So that's the same thing we're going to be covering with nutrition. Is we're going to be starting at the very basics, teaching you everything you need to know and how to be successful with nutrition, how to cheat correctly, how to eat your carbs, how to actually enjoy things that you really like, you know, regular carbs like rice or pizza, pasta, whatever. Alcohol is also something that we're going to be talking about and covering, as well as just doing Q&A. But nutrition is fun once you actually start to understand it and you start to make it something that's interesting for you and lifestyle sustainable. That's the big thing, is making sure that this kind of stuff is lifestyle sustainable. And that's why we run the process that we do, because it allows the most flexibility but also sees great results, because it's built for how our bodies break down, process, and digest food, as well as how we absorb it, process it, and utilize it for optimal results with either fat loss or muscle gain. So I'm pulling up, so I'm basically done with this live cast. If you've been watching us, thank you. If you are going to be signing up for the nutrition seminar at the end of the month, I'll be posting a comment below with the link. Again, it's $10. Once you register, we're going to be putting you in a private Facebook group so you guys can ask questions before the seminar. For the seminar, if you're unable to make it, I'm going to be live streaming just like I am right now. I'm also going to be recording it, so you guys will have access to it in one of three ways: either live with me asking your questions, live with me via these web videos that I'm doing right now, or watching it whenever you have available. From there, you also will get 2 follow-up calls like this, where they will be probably either the next Thursday or next Friday. We'll have 2 of those, so 1 each week, answering your questions, helping kind of dive and piece together the problems that you're having, answer the questions, make sure that you honestly know what you're doing, as well as putting it together in a way that's going to work and utilize well for you. All right, guys, so take care. Hopefully this was beneficial and helped you.